This is Ebony Man 2K, aka that Jolly Rancher, aka Pretty Ricky, what they call me, aka the King of Receipts. Before we go any further, I need for you to put your screen on full view. Please put your screen on full view. Okay, you're looking good, so you must be having a good day. Shout out to the Viper Pit over at STL's, Bomb Cherry, Warren, and Denides. Peace to the chat members over at Kels and TMR Talks. And I can't forget about getting into it with Goddess and Tracy with the T. I'd like to thank you for sharing your time with me today. Shout out to all my chat room members and listeners who might be listening in your car, in your kitchen cooking, working out, or just listening while you work. Your time is greatly appreciated. Make sure you thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell and set it to all. Again, I thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Peace.
This is Ebony Man 2K. You know, we are currently living in a COVID pandemic, and Dr. Fossey has given us basic instructions on proper hygiene. But it appears that my Jazzy Life didn't get her notifications in that regards. I have watched on her lives several times wiping snot on her hands without using nail tissue, napkin, disinfectant wipe, handkerchief, or a small towel. She has even wiped snot to her hand while licking her fingers and eating barbecue chicken. I have a compilation of still frames as proof. Also in this video, I have added an audio clip of reactor It's Lala to break down Jazzy's last live, where she talks around in circles about nothing. It's like she want to talk about an issue, but don't want to talk about it, and she stares at the camera like she lost in the sauce. That live gave me a headache, man. So I'm going to let Lala try to make some sense of it all. Make sure you go sub to her channel. I've also added one of my story times at the end of this video. This story time is when my mom called and interrupted my date weekend to ask if I heard about this new thing they got out called doing heads. That's right. Have I heard about this new thing they got out called doing heads? Apparently she got confused with doing heads with doing hair with a student at her school. Now you gotta hear the rest of that story. It's a classic. I will be in the chat room if you have any questions or if you just want to chop it up. This is your boy, Ebony Man 2K. Let's get it.
in my Jazzy Life live, okay? Who was just here to not only see the live, but to also read these comments, okay? What's crazy to me, and I say this all the time, y'all, and I say it with no shade, not trying to be funny, but if you are in your feelings like this, so deep, okay? When I say so deep like this is not the time, okay, to pick up the camera and record, okay? For one, I do understand if you want to vent. If you want to vent, okay, vent. Talk about it. But if you gonna sit here and not say nothing or beat around the bush with what you trying to say, what is the point of going live? And yes, it's true. I seen somebody in the comments say, in the chat say, a lot of people get on their platform and they vent on their platform. They talk about their emotions. They talk about things that they actually going through or something that is bothering them. But they do that. But what she doing right now, y'all, she not talking about nothing. You know, you get what I'm saying? I want to come in front of the camera. I want to cry. I want to tell y'all how I'm feeling, but I don't really want to tell y'all what's going on. Okay? So what my take on it is, you know, I was reading some of the comments and I'm also trying to put together like what the hell she's saying. She's talking about family, but what family are we talking about? Your mom does YouTube as well, so we know you're not talking about your mom. We know you're not talking about your brother because you have done a video before and you actually was saying about your brother. But right now you talking about family. So I also, y'all bear with me too, okay? I also was reading some of my comments under the last video that I just put out. And a lot of people were saying it might be about the video or the live that is, you know, floating around these YouTube streets about how she talked to Amaya. Well, I'm going to tell y'all, that is nothing new, okay? She been called that little girl a B. She did that, okay? And that was way back when. And for it's calling her ugly. Yes, Jazz have done all these things. You know, sometimes the shit that you do in the dark, that shit comes out. And sometimes that shit just don't come out from it could be from the kid. It comes in different ways. So a lot of shit that Jazz go through and getting back, sometimes I feel like that's the shit and the energy that she puts out. Now y'all notice in the video, and I haven't did a reaction on it yet, but y'all notice in the video where Amaya said, you know, was telling Jazz she being nice. Now, why would a kid tell you that? A kid would tell you that if they notice that you are doing something different that you don't normally do. And we'll say that for another video, but I just want to say that. So, anyways, y'all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about that. And I'm going to also get in these, you know, I'm going to also read some of these comments that was in the chat. So, Jazz getting on her in her feelings, y'all. Trying to make it seem like it's about her family. But clearly, y'all, if y'all read through it, I believe it's about Chrissy. That's just me, okay? I could be wrong, but this is just how I feel. I feel like it's about Chrissy. Because y'all know the relationship that she have with Chrissy. To us, we already know that shit ain't normal, okay? You can have a friend that you love. You can have a friend that you care about. And there are some people that take friendship overboard. They take friendship overboard till it's almost scary. And I feel like that's something that Jazz was doing, okay? So, just like now how we say, y'all, and this might be a long video because I'm just finna say some real shit. Just like how she is about Chris, how we say, like, shit. Chris came in a picture and shit, he brought her back to life. You get what I'm saying? Because we know what she was before this guy came in the picture, for as us seeing him at her house and all this different shit. So, Jazz don't know who she is unless she got somebody, okay? So she, just like y'all be saying, for as Chris, if Chris ever leave this girl alone, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to see that side because we already know she gonna go to a deep, dark place when it should never, ever be like that about nobody, okay? Unless maybe your kids, but these outsiders, you know, it's always should be to a certain extent. So, like I said, y'all, I feel like she's talking about Chrissy, okay? She's saying family. Y'all know her and Chrissy was like sisters, so you would say family. So, in other words, instead of saying Chrissy's name, I'm going to say family. I feel like she did something wrong to Chrissy, and she feel like she don't know what she did wrong. But it's it's clear. You know what I'm saying? Jazz, you have done a lot of shit wrong within this friendship. For one, you tried to steal her whole identity. You tried to steal her life. You get what I'm saying? And by being on YouTube, this is something that you can't do. You gotta be yourself. You gotta know yourself. And I feel like that was too much for Chrissy. You get what I'm saying? She probably seen it. And she didn't like it. Because y'all noticed on one of her lives where Chrissy was saying, oh, I can only be me and da-da-da. Y'all remember that? If y'all remember that, put it in the comments down below. But if y'all notice, Chrissy is trying to revamp and do better. So with that, I don't want to say it's shade because it's not shade. But when you have a person that's in a space where they want to revamp, they want to move different, they want to do different, sometimes with that, you got to leave your different friends. You got to leave your friends and your people behind. You get what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And I feel like that's what she's doing right now. And it might be to a point where she got to let Jazz go. Jazz not trying to step up and do shit different. Jazz not even trying to move different. She not doing nothing. So when you got somebody that you are cool with and they got a lot of negative shit coming their way, they got a lot of confusion and bullshit coming their way, you can't hold ties to that. You got to break that shit up because shit, I don't want that shit crossing over when I'm trying to actually do different. And I can say the shit that Chrissy is doing right now, bringing content more with her kids, okay? More as a family channel. She's putting more into her cooking channel. She doing good. And you got to give props where props is due. I feel like she is doing good. She is doing better. I'm actually me, and this is me. I'm able to watch her videos, and then I don't really have shit to say. I can't point out shit wrong that she doing to say, well, shit, what the fuck? What she got going? You get what I'm saying? I see that she is trying to do different. And that's the biggest thing. Because we know where the hell she came from. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's one issue, but I'll talk about that later. But everything else, I don't see nothing. I feel like, Jazz getting on her and she crying. Shit, you have to deal with what comes your way. You have to be able to accept what comes your way. And if she at the place right now to why she just don't want it, then it is what it is. It is. Also, y'all, I can feel like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Chrissy, maybe it's just like, maybe this is something for Jazz to see and Jazz to realize. Because if you look at it in a different way as well, we will always tell Jazz, like, Chrissy ain't your friend, girl. That is not your real friend. Because your real friend will be there to help you when you down and out. Your real friend will be there to, encourage her to do different. You get what I'm saying? But we always said Chrissy wasn't a real friend. So to me, I feel like it's an eye-opener to Jazz too, because Chrissy it'll let you know that Chrissy was a friend only for a reason and only for a season. You get what I'm saying? And with that being said, only someone to talk to just to get through. You get what I'm saying? Both of y'all going through different issues. Her and her husband, that situation. So at the end of the day, she just wanted somebody to talk to and just to get her through. And that's what Jazz was to her. That's just how I feel about it, y'all. And now that Chrissy has a man and she's trying to revamp her channel and everything seems to be going good, then it's like, you know what? It's time for me to cut my ties with Jazz. And also the YouTube streets is talking hella shit about Jazz as well. So it's time for me to cut my ties. Not only that, Jazz, as being a friend, sometimes you can't go behind their back and try to befriend the snake who snaked out y'all. You can't do that. So then it makes you look at your friend sideways to say, oh shit, I don't want her as being my friend. We can't be cool. So it's a lot of that. So I mean, like, shit. I just don't understand why Jazz getting on her like this. Because to be honest, y'all, I don't know. Also, Jazz, with you getting on camera like this, it shows you and everybody else that you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You need to have a friend or someone to bring you back to life. And that shouldn't be the case with no whole body, y'all. It's clearly y'all can see that it's a whole problem. Something is really going on with Jazz, y'all. Something deep, okay, that we don't know about. We get on here and we say she's slow, she don't have it all together, something, but it's something deeper than that we don't even know about, that she don't even bring to the YouTube streets that's going on with her. You get what I'm saying? I feel like she look at Chrissy as Chrissy being her everything. And that's why if that friendship ever end, if she can't be my friend and we can't talk about it and she can't explain why, and I don't know what I did, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to get up and do my day today. Because what did I do? Sometimes you don't have to explain shit in life. And as being a grown-ass adult, nobody has to explain shit to you. If you ever come to a situation where someone lets go of your hand and say, girl, I got to move on or I got to do different, then shit, you have to accept that shit for what it is and continue to push and continue to move on. You just have to do it. So, with that being said, y'all, I don't know if this, when she talking about family, if it was about Philip family. Oh, excuse me. Or if it was about Chrissy. But like I said, to me, this is what I feel like this whole live was about. It was about Chrissy. Because for one, if it was Philip family, she have said before, got on here and talked about Philip family. She have said things about her own family and pointed the person out so we actually know who she is talking to. But if you notice, they've been wanting us to be kind of, you know what I'm saying, thrown off and not know what's really going on unless you sit back in the cut and you look at it to see like, okay, why the hell is Chrissy going live right now? And now all of a sudden you go live. I know you got your notification. If you talked to Chrissy, Chrissy probably would have told you she was about to go live and you would have actually been in her chat being a mod. Sorry, y'all, I was drinking my tea. Being a mod. Now we could clearly see Strong Mommy is not over here because she is going live. Jazz is not in her chat because Jazz is over here crying. So what the hell is wrong with this picture? Also, Chrissy is saying she don't want the drama no more. You go over to Jazz. Jazz got a lot of drama. You know what I'm saying? Not only just with herself, but also with this Chris dude. Sometimes you mess with different guys and you have a friendship with somebody else. You might, your friend might not like the dude that you with. So that can cause a confusion in y'all friendship as well. Also, if this was about your real family and your real family is doing you wrong because all you have been is good to people, you get what I'm saying? Why would you bring it here? We don't know your family. We don't know what you're talking about. You get what I'm saying? But for me to be honest, y'all, right now, and this is no shade, this is no BS, real shit. I feel like Jazz need help, y'all. For real. Because you have your days to why, shit, you want to be lazy. You don't want to get out the bed. You can care less about your kids. If they done ate already, what they doing. It's just like you lifeless. And now losing a friendship. And I'm going to keep saying it's a friendship. You lifeless again. And so what I mean by that, y'all, let me read some of this in the chat. Let me see. Because there was one comment, and I'm finna read it right now. Somebody else also noticed, like, why are you and Chrissy live at the same time? Like, why? And you didn't say, normally she'll say, well, let me get off. Or I'm going to come back and see what Chrissy's talking about. It's none of that. Also, y'all, let's see other comments. Hold up. A lot of people people is asking, what is this about? A lot of people are saying it's okay to vent, but you're not saying nothing. You get what I'm saying? You cutting corners. You beating around the bush with what you saying. You're not saying too much of nothing. Let me play. I'm gonna see if I can get some more comments real quick. I don't know. And it's a lot of comments saying, you know, Chrissy just said she needs time. Give her time. So where is this coming from? How can somebody come in her chat and tell her it's going to be okay? Chrissy just want a little time. You know what I'm saying? You know, or give her time and maybe y'all can mend y'all friendship. So like I said, y'all, this is about Chrissy, okay? This is not about a family member. This is a family member that was her sister that she is here talking about. And this is why people get on here and say what they say about Jazz. She try to be happy. Be happy. Who is stopping you from being happy? If anything, I think you'll be on her crying or something about Chris, or Chris did some shit to you. I don't know, y'all. I feel like she need to go talk to somebody. If she not taking her meds, she really need to take them. Because she kind of at the end to why she don't know, she don't really know. You know? And like I said again, Chrissy was her everything. And we know that Chrissy was her everything because shit, if she could take Chrissy breath, I believe she would. That's how into Chrissy she was. That's all she knows. She ain't know nothing else. So, yeah, that's what I take on the live. I mean, I always say it's no need for you to get on YouTube like that. If you a mess, feeling at the end of your rope, feel like you just came today, it's not a good look on these YouTube streets because a lot of people can take that and laugh with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't understand what you got going on because you ain't explaining shit. So it's like, why are you on here? Why did you pick the camera up? For what? Why are you crying? So you have to read through it. Anyways, y'all, that's it for this video. If y'all like this video, let's throw those thumbs up. And if y'all have not, I ask y'all do subscribe because it's Lala. Peace.
This is Ebony Man 2K. You know, we are currently living in a COVID pandemic. And Dr. Fossey has given us basic instructions on proper hygiene. But it appears that my Jazzy Life didn't get her notifications in that regards. I have watched on her lives several times wiping snot on her hands without using nail tissue, napkin, disinfectant wipe, handkerchief, or a small towel. She has even wiped snot to her hand while licking her fingers and eating barbecue chicken. I have a compilation of still frames as proof. Also in this video, I have added an audio clip of reactor It's Lala to break down Jazzy's last live, where she talks around in circles about nothing. It's like she want to talk about an issue, but don't want to talk about it, and she stares at the camera like she lost in the sauce. That live gave me a headache, man. So I'm going to let Lala try to make some sense of it all. Make sure you go sub to her channel. I've also added one of my story times at the end of this video. This story time is when my mom called and interrupted my date weekend to ask if I heard about this new thing that got out called doing heads. That's right. Have I heard about this new thing they got out called doing heads? Apparently she got confused with doing heads with doing hair with a student at her school. Now, you got to hear the rest of that story. It's a classic. I will be in the chat room if you have any questions or if you just want to chop it up. This is your boy, Ebony Man 2K. Let's get it. Y'all put your screen on full view and look at this. I need for you to put your screen on full view. Do y'all see this lovely lady right here? I had to partly block her face to preserve her identity. I call her Chocolate Barber Doll. She used to purposely order a tall cafe mocha when we went out, and then she'll look at me with a devilish grin because she knew I would mentally make the connection with what she ordered and how she looked. A tall cafe mocha. Oh, she was clever, and at times perfectly matched my wit. Now, we loved each other's body, but even more so, we loved each other's mind. The mind sex made the real sex much more intense, and that's real talk. Now, this is my master bedroom in my first purchased townhome in East Cobb, Atlanta. I did not know it at the time, but East Cobb is one of the most sought after areas in America because of its school system. And I also purchased the property foreclosed at a low price. So I purchased a nice starter home in a prime area and got equity at closing. So yes, I hit a triple double on my first real estate debut. Like I was Magic Johnson, man. Now I met Shorty around the same time I bought my home. She was excited about it more than I was. She wanted to help decorate it, so I gave her $50 and told her to go all out, baby, and do your thing. Yeah, I'm just playing. But I was living on a budget. At the time, I had cheap black lacquer bedroom furniture and a pleather black sofa and love seat downstairs. She was able to put together a young bachelor starter kit with a basic comforter for my bed, them throw pillows that serves no other purpose than being in the way, that vase with them sticks in it, candles from a garden tub, and more vases with sticks in it. For example, here's my cute little dining room area she decorated for me with custom blinds in the back. Bless her heart. She did good with what she had. I consider her the real MVP. All right, so here's the backstory. I met this young lady at Essence Festival during a 4th of July weekend. I was at a Kid Capri party hosted by the one and only Dougie Fresh. Man, look, Dougie Fresh got on the mic to perform the classic song, The Show, and I had to find someone to dance with. Luckily, this chocolate barber doll caught my eye, so I just walked up to her and held out my hand. She asked me, "What are you doing?" I replied, "You gonna let my arm fall off?" She replied, "Nigga, you ain't Billy D. Williams, and this ain't Lady Sings the Blues. Now you come with me." And she took my hand and led me to the dance floor. We danced and chatted and flirted. We hit it off and exchanged numbers and talked on the phone for weeks after the Essence Festival. Now remember, social media was almost non-existent at the time. So there was no photos being sent to no DMs. We were just going off on what we remembered how each other looked during the brief time on the dance floor during the Dougie Fresh song. And that was hard for me because at the point in the party I was tipsy off that Hennessy. But nonetheless, I still made it do what it do in terms of closing the deal. I convinced her that if she really wanted to get to know me, she needed to come and let this aroma from my chest hit her nose. She agreed, so she got flued out to see about Ebony Man 2K. And that's flued, Flewed, flued. Now, full disclosure, I am an engineer, and at the time, I was flying out every week for on-site visits with clients working on projects. So when she was flew in on Friday, her flight came in before mine, and I provided transportation to my house and left a key under the mat for entry. I talked to her on the phone to make sure she was comfortable. I pointed out where things were and gave basic instructions. There was one instruction that was very important to me. It goes a little something like this. Hey, if the phone rings, don't pick it up. Just let it roll over the voicemail. I repeat. Hey, if the phone rings, don't pick it up. Just let it roll over the voicemail. I think y'all all know where this is going, right? So my plane touches down late Friday evening. As I stated before, her flight came in earlier and she's already at my house. I called to check on her and let her know I just made it in. I asked her if everything is okay. She said yes, but then said, "Oh wait, I talked to your mom." I said, "You talked to my mom?" I'm baffled because I can't figure out how this could have possibly happened after I gave her clear instructions not to pick up my phone. She proceeds to say that the phone rang and she forgot, but talked to my mother, and my mother said, "Call her as soon as I get in because it's an emergency." Now, this ain't good, y'all. This ain't good at all. I'm already stressed out by work-related stuff for my client. This business travel every week is draining my energy. And now I got to deal with someone who can't follow simple instructions. And then I got to call my drama queen mama, who I already know is about to exaggerate something, so she can have a reason to call me 11 times. I'm hot, yo. I'm hot. My weekend ain't starting on the right foot. So I get to the house, walk in, and immediately ask her to explain this conversation with my mother again. She confirms that yes, she accidentally picked up the phone, talked to my mom, and she said call her as soon as I get in because it's an emergency. So now I'm like, oh shit, somebody done died. Somebody done died, yo. So I first come down because I could see she was nervous. I mean, what a hell of a way to start a rendezvous weekend with someone you just getting to know. I fixed a glass of wine, picked up the phone to call my mother, while my girl looked at me nervously, wringing her hands. The phone rings, my mom picks up. I said, "Hey, I heard that there was an emergency. What's going on?" My mom replies, and I quote, "Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you. Have you heard of this new thing they got out now called doing heads?" I repeat, "Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you. Have you heard of this new thing they got out now called doing heads?" Now, first, to put things in proper context, my mom was a middle school counselor and a Sunday school teacher. So if hearing this seems odd to you, it was odd to me tenfold. So I said, "Mama, what are you talking about?" She says, "Well, a girl came into my office today and said she needed to talk to me because everybody's talking about her doing heads. I thought the girl was talking about doing hair, so I asked her where she does heads at because I'm trying to figure out why would they be teasing her." She said sometimes she does it in the gym behind the bleachers, which I thought was odd. I said, "Well, let me ask you this, baby. What time do you do heads? Because if you do it before the bell ring, technically you're not on school time. And I'm sure I can get the principal to sign off on it." Then the girl looked at me funny. So then I asked her how much she charged. The girl said nothing. I said, "Well, baby, that's why they talking about you. You coming in here every morning doing heads, and you not making no money. As a matter of fact, I got a brother who does men and women, and he makes good money per head." Now, by this time, y'all, I am laying on the floor on my back in utter disbelief. My girl is looking at me all nervous, and I know at this point she want to take her ass back home. So my mom continued this story on how she accidentally counseled a student to give head for pay before the school bell rings, y'all. She says even though she thought she was giving the girl good advice, she noticed the girl kept looking at her strange. And then my mom says this. And then the girl told me, she explained that doing heads was sucking on a boy's dangling. And I said, "Oh, Jesus, have mercy, Lord. Jesus, have mercy, Lord." I had to call in another counselor to finish off my session. Y'all, I fainted and I went in and out of coma 2 or 3 times, yeah. I just could not believe what I was hearing. I finally got myself together and I told my girl, "Look, let's get out of here and go to Cheesecake Factory." My mood reminded me of how Biggie handled the situation on his song, "I Got a Story to Tell," where he had to fake rob somebody to get out of a situation. Biggie said, "That nigga was pulling mad G's off the floor. I put stacks in a Prada knapsack and hit the door. I grabbed the keys to the file, called my niggas on the cell, bring some weed, I got a story to tell." This short music video serves as an introduction to my upcoming series, Story Times with Ebony Man 2K. It gives you a glimpse of the type of people, places, and things I have experienced early on in my young adult life. My subscribers have asked me to share my experiences dating in Atlanta, my time spent in Rio de Janeiro during Carnival, freaknik stories, and other general social stories in my life. Some of the photos in this video captured those experiences. The time frame of these photos are from the mid-90s to the early 2000s. Again, this video serves as a prelude to my story times and adds proper context of people, space, and time. This is Everyday Man 2K. Let's get it. This is Everyday Man 2K. I need for you to put your screen on full view. The title of this song for this music video is called When We Were Young by Adele, and the cover is being performed by Mackenzie Johnson. Please check out our channel and join. Thank you.
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move. Everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home, you're like a dream come true. But if by chance you're here alone, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie, it was just like a song. I was so scared to face my fears, 'cause nobody told me that you'd be here. And I swore you'd overseas, 'cause that's what you said when you left me. You still look like a movie, you still sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie, it was just like a song. When we were young, when we were young, when we were young, when we were young. It's hard to win me back, everything just takes me back to when you were there, to when you were there. And a part of me keeps holding on, just in case it hasn't gone. I guess I still care. Do you still care? It was just like a movie, it was just like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. When we were young, when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case so when we were young.
This is Everyday Man 2K, aka that Jolly Rancher, aka Pretty Ricky, what they call me, and aka that dude who be having the receipts. Before we begin, the membership program for my channel has been approved by YouTube and has been added with PayPal and Cash App as another option to express your support for me and this channel. I ask that you go ahead and join today and make yourself an official Day 1 member of Everyday Man 2K. There is a join button on the homepage and links in the description box and at the top of my comment section. You will get an official members only badge, and I will be adding exclusives from time to time for you to access as a members only participant. Now, the price that I set is reasonable, and it's less than a 2-piece dinner from Popeyes, especially if you get the strawberry drink. So, go ahead and join, get your badge, and make them haters start crying like a baby. You know how they do. Wah, 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 wah. Why you like Ebony Man? Wah, wah, wah. We don't want you to like Ebony Man. Wah, wah, wah. And you take that badge and say, look, I rock with Ebony Man 2K the long way. Because not only is he funny to me, but that brother is thorough and he be on point with his presentations, especially with his receipts. So you either get with the program or you get to stepping and go kick a can down the street, because that would be a better use of your time than you trying to convince me to go against Ebony Man 2K. I got Ebony Man 2K's back 100%. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the main purpose of membership. It is to bear witness to the public that we are going to enjoy ourselves on this channel, and we got each other's back 100%. Okay, let's get it, y'all. This is Ebony Man 2K. We're about to go into our chat and music session. But first, if you would like to donate via Cash App, the Cash App ID is $EBMN2K. That's $EBMN2K. If you'd like to make a donation via PayPal, send it to paypal.me/EBMNTWOK. That's paypal.me/EBMNTWOK. And if you'd like to send it via Venmo, send it to @EBMN2K. That's @EBMN2K. Thanks. And one more thing. The Super Chat is on in the chat room, and it serves as another means of donating and expressing yourself. The Super Chat button is located under the chat window. Thanks.